All right, let's go to another category. Give me the player that right now, going into week one, is the biggest concern for you. Biggest concern player for the 49ers going into the regular season. Go ahead.
I can't pick the free safety because I don't know who the free safety is going to be. So let me instead go to right tackle and Mike Mcglinchey. It was good to see Mcglinchey get back onto the practice field here this past week. There was a lot of questions on if he was going to be ready for week one. He came back with enough time that that's not in question anymore. But I did not like what I saw from him in the limited snaps coming off of that quad tear. And the surgery and all that this past offseason, he can still run block. He's still an excellent run blocker. He's moving pretty well. He's got good weight on him right now. His issue has always been anchoring. His issue has always been a guy coming up in his grill, him setting his feet, getting low, and pushing him up. And now he's got this torn quad, which I just say it and it hurts my body. It's surgically repaired. He's got a bulky knee now. Man, if I'm the Chicago Bears, if I'm Robert Quinn, I'm thinking bull rush every single snap. You got to protect this quarterback. I know that he's got mobility and that he can move around, and it's not a statue back there. And you know what you're getting from Trent Williams on the left side. He's the best player in the entire sport, not just left tackle. It's him and Aaron Donald. Those class of two. Maybe Tom Brady gets in there just off of principle. But man, right tackle just seems like a big issue. Got Spencer Burford there at right guard. We don't know what he's going to be. I've liked what I saw from him in camp, but like the 49ers couldn't even really pay attention to him in camp. They just said, man, he's been fine. We got to worry about left guard. We got to worry about center, and we got to worry about right tackle. Right tackle's huge. I'm really worried about that position because if you can't pass protect on the third downs that you actually got to throw it, if you're just going to get bull rushed every single time at right tackle, I mean, this offense is going to be one-dimensional. One-dimensional offenses, even if they're elite at that one dimension, don't win in the NFL.
Ryan, jump in on your concerned, the player that concerns you the most. And by the way, if people in the chat throw some super chats, we definitely will get to them just at the end of the interview. Ryan, go ahead. Who's concerning to you?
You know what? I'll go with the other safety then. The safety I know, Talanoa Hufanga.
Good call.
It's only going to be more important just because when Ward's out. And, I've been kind of drinking the Kool-Aid on people talking about Hufanga really improving, and it seems like, his what he lacks in speed, maybe his processing is picked up to the point where he's able to make up for it. But I mean, we just can't have two bum safeties back there. That automatically becomes the thing that teams start picking on. Because really, I mean, that's the crazy thing about this exercise is I really had to wrap my brain in like, okay, aside from the obvious Trey Lance, I mean, the Niners are freaking loaded. They're pretty loaded at every position. Yeah. So I'm going to go Hufanga. I want to see him have a great year. I know Larry, you're super high on him. I just want to see him out there in the games and see how that speed translates, see if it really looks different. And I'm hoping he can become a big part of the team.
My concern is at center with Jake Brendel. I just think Brendel is a guy that is not a starting center in the NFL. And I'd be surprised if he's not replaced, in the first 6 or 7 games. I know Shanahan speaks so highly of him, but I just haven't seen it. I don't see dominant traits. I don't see overwhelming strength. I don't see overwhelming quickness. I don't see anything really. To me, he's just a guy. So we'll see. But that's the one that stands out to me. And I agree with you, Ryan. I mean, the roster is stacked. The Niners have a tremendous roster.